You know, Mr. President, I agree with you. I'm sure there are some kids that do go to school 3 years, and the fourth year they're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? But really, I don't believe that's a lot of kids. A lot of high school kids, college kids have seen their parents get laid off and no money. And because of the downturn of the economy, a lot of kids, high school kids, college kids, well, even mainly, you know, high school kids like we're talking today, they worry about even entering college because they don't want to have that debt. They don't, you know, they see their father not even able to have a job. I mean, I can understand that valid fear. I'm sure, though, there are kids that do go to school and they kind of goof off and then they're like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? But for the most part, I believe that our kids are just seeing what is happening with the economy, and it's affecting them.
Well, you know, Jennifer, you're absolutely right that obviously the last 3 years has been tough, especially for young people getting out of college and starting their careers. On the other hand, here's what's really important to know, and we as parents have to communicate this to our kids. The unemployment rate for folks who only have a high school diploma is multiple times higher than for folks who've got a college degree. So even in this economic downturn, even as tough as things have been, the odds that you are going to do much, much better over your lifetime, over your career in terms of lifetime earnings, being able to find a job, not being at as high a risk of unemployment, is much better if you've gotten a higher education degree. So you're right that, you know, when times are tough, obviously people are a lot more concerned about taking on debt. And I think it's good that a lot of young people are trying to stay focused and saying, all right, before I make this investment, what is it that I'm going to get out of it? But it's important to remember that that investment is still the best thing that young people can do, although not everybody needs a four-year degree. And one of the things we've got to do more of is to try to link up high school students who may have, as I said, the capacity to become a really skilled worker, but they don't necessarily need a BA in order to do it, and they may end up saving money going and getting a two-year degree as opposed to a four-year degree. So it's going to vary by people.
Mr. President, I want to take some time. Sorry, short follow. I want to make sure we have some time for a few more internet questions, but quick follow?
Yeah, I was just going to share with you my story, Mr. President. Personally, just I think the other thing is that parents can also plan far more in advance. I know in my case, my son just got a full scholarship to a college on the East Coast, but we worked hard for that. We planned, we saved years in advance. We tried to encourage him to be smart enough to get that academic scholarship. We're also middle class. I don't have a lot of money. However, we've worked hard as a family to help nurture that soil, as it were, so when he's 17 now, when he graduates, thankfully, he's in play now that we don't have to have any debt. So everybody can't do that, but I just wanted to share that personal story of advanced preparation for families as well. If that helps someone.
Right.
Well, the point is it's still a good investment, Jennifer. But you're absolutely right that look, any time that we go through the kind of economic crisis we went through in 2008, 2009. That's going to affect the psyches of a lot of young people, and that's why we have to make sure that they're thinking not just what's happening over the next year or two, but as the economy grows stronger, reminding them that when those jobs come back, for example, when I talked to a group of CEOs who are bringing manufacturing jobs back here to the United States, I want all those young people to be ready and able to start hiring or getting hired right away because they've got the skill sets that are going to be needed for them to be able to succeed.